Welcome to Jen's Gym Candelo. I have another full body workout for you today. The equipment that you will need for the first exercise, you'll need a band or a strap or a belt, something that you can wrap around your legs just above your knees to provide a little bit of resistance. Some hand weights. You might need, you can improvise with hand weights, but you need to have something that could be between 1 to 2 kilos for one of the exercises, and for another exercise from between 2 to 4 kilos, something that you can push up over your head. Then you will need a solid piece of furniture against which you can do a plank. There's a couple of exercises that require you to lean on something safe and solid that's not going to move. That's it. That's all the equipment that you're going to need. Make sure you do a good warm-up before you start your workout. If you need some guidance with your warm-up, there's a video on my YouTube page you could go to. All right, let's get started. We're going to start with an exercise for our bum. So this particular exercise is working on the glute muscle that's on the side. There's 3 big muscles that make up part of your bum, and there's a very important muscle just on the side here, which is very important for balance and walking and stepping up on things. So that's the muscle that we're targeting today. Get your band or your strap or whatever it is that you've got and just lay it over your knees, wrap it around. Just have it a little bit, have it long enough so that you've got some tags hanging out the side that you can grasp onto. Then I want you to sit tall with a nice straight back and then hinge forward just a little bit. And then we're going to put tension on this band, so pushing your knees out to the side as hard as you can. Pushing, 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 and hold it for 10 seconds. You might do 8 sets of 10 seconds of work and then 10 seconds relaxing. 10 seconds of work, 10 seconds relaxing. Really driving your knees out to the side as hard as you can for that 10-second hold. Okay. Of course, you can play around with the times. You can do it for 15 seconds or 20 seconds. You can do less rest, more rest. So work out what works well for you. But you want to feel that bum burning by the end of it. Okay, moving right along to legs. Today we're going to do an RDL, a Romanian Deadlift. So we're working on our hinging pattern. So it's very important that we do this correctly, because we need to protect our lower back. Lots of people have issues with lower back, so you need to do this correctly. So I'm going to show you from the side. You need to have your feet wider than hip width apart, toes slightly pointed out, standing in a nice strong posture. And when you hinge, this is a hip dominant movement. I want you to push your hips out behind you. So my knees are not even bending at this point. It's just my hips that are moving out behind me. And as I'm doing it, I'm maintaining the normal natural curves in my back, called a neutral back position. So there's not much knee bending going on. It's all happening in my hips, and my back is staying in a neutral position, head in a neutral position as well. So that's the movement that we're looking for. And now I will show you some variations of the exercise to get your heart rate up. So I've got my weights elevated on something so that I don't have to bend down too far. A Romanian deadlift, by definition, means that you're not bending past your knees, okay? So we're going to have our weights just elevated in front of us. We're going to hinge and pick them up, push them up over your head, put them back down, stand back up. Pick them up, press, stand up. Okay, now we can add another variation to this. You step to the side. We're now going to step to the side, press, step to the opposite side. Step to the left, press, step to the left. Step to the right, back into the centre. Okay, so you can just move backwards and forwards. I'll show you this on the ground. For the next one, the next variation, perhaps if you want a bit more of a challenge, we move it down onto the ground. So now it's not a Romanian deadlift, now we're deadlifting. So standing over your weights, you want to go down, pick your weights up, press, and then a little jumping jack. Still moving your hips out behind you. So I'll show you from the side. Okay? So there's a few different variations there. You should be able to find one that works well for you. Righto. Moving along to upper body now. Move this out of the way. Now we're going to do an exercise that is targeting those muscles in between your shoulder blades. It's called a reverse fly, and we're going to get down into a half kneeling position for this one. So it doesn't matter which knee you have up, have that back toe turned under. Then again, with the neutral back position, we're going to hinge forward at the hips. You can actually just lean your body onto this raised knee. Okay, so you want to be leaned forward quite as much as you can. Start with the weights hanging directly below your shoulders, and then we're going straight out to the side. Your arms need to be at 90 degrees when you raise them out to the side, and I want you to mindfully squeeze those shoulder blades together as you bring your weights out. You don't need a heavy weight for this. You might, I would say, for most people that are doing this workout with me, you're not going to need more than about 2 kilos, even less, maybe half a kilo, a couple of tins of tomato from your pantry, or nothing. You can actually do this exercise with nothing. But I want you to feel your shoulder blades squeezing across your back, a really big squeeze. Okay? That's reverse flies. The next exercise is a scapular push-up with a downward dog. So it's a little bit of a combination exercise, and you're going to need something solid, a solid piece of furniture that you can plank on. For the purposes of demonstration, I'm just going to use my box, but you could use a couch or a low solid coffee table, something like that. So I'm going to show it to you on the floor first, because I want you to see the small movement that's a very important part of this combination of exercises. So we're going to start in a high plank position, feet a little wider than hip width apart, shoulders directly over your hands, and we're starting pushing up through your shoulders, squeezing your glutes, engaging your core, nice straight knees. And then we're going to drop down and squeeze our shoulder blades together, push up, and then push into a downward dog. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, push up, downward dog. So show it to you from the side, pushing up through your shoulders, nice strong plank, pushing your shoulder blades together, really pulling them together, pushing up, downward dog. And then if you want to make it a little bit easier, if down on the floor is too hard, find that piece of furniture that's nice and safe. Exactly the same thing. Squeezing shoulder blades, pushing up, pushing into a downward dog. Squeezing shoulder blades, pushing up, downward dog. When you push into your downward dog, I'm really looking for you to get nice extension through your shoulders. So you can bend your knees a little bit because you'll feel a big stretch on your hamstrings. So you need to do a good warm up for your shoulders and for your hamstrings before you do this exercise, so that you can get a good range of movement through those two, the combination of exercises. Okay, moving right along, we're going to finish off with a circuit. There's 2 exercises in this circuit which you can rotate through as many rounds as you like, as many reps as you like, as many recovery period. You need to adjust your recovery period in between your exercises or not have a recovery period. Work out the intensity that's right for you. Alternatively, you can do these exercises independently of each other and not do a circuit at all. So work out what's best for you. The 2 exercises are baby burpees and reclined cycling. So we're targeting abs for this one, and the baby burpees is a big all-over dynamic exercise which will get your heart rate up using lots of big muscle groups. So the baby burpee, find that piece of furniture that you were using just before. We're going to put your hands on it with your shoulders directly over your hands. We're going to step out, step in, and then up overhead. I'm just going to move down a bit so you can see me. Step out, step in, arms up. Step out, step in, arms up. You can alternate your legs, doesn't really matter. And then you can do a pretend jump. So We're not actually leaving the ground, but we're going through the motions as though we're going to do a jump. And then, if you'd like a bit more of a challenge, you can do the jump. So step out, step in, jump. Get those arms up over your head. Okay, that's your baby burpees, then followed by reclined cycling, which you can do on something that you can rest on if you want to. You can use your hands to support yourself. We're going to get our legs up, and nice and slowly, this is not a race, this is an endurance, we're going nice and slow, cycling our legs. You can take your hands off, but you need to try and support your back. If you've got issues with your lower back, just try and support your body weight a little bit. And of course, you can do it on the floor. Supporting yourself or not supporting yourself. Okay, and that's your lot. So make sure you have a good cool down when you finish this workout. If you need some guidance with a cool down, see my workout on the YouTube channel that can guide you through an appropriate cool down with some really nice stretches. And also, if you need some more guidance about how many reps or sets to do for the workout that I've just shown you, comment below and I will send you a PDF that will give you a bit of a guide of how many to do. Hope you get a good hit of endorphins today after that workout. I'll see you later. Bye.